the way I look at it is that we are on a journey. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's windy. So let's crack on with it. It's not a question of option anymore, since we have made the same many years ago.
Oh, well, it's lovely to have you on. I am terrible because I'm not even prepared. Not good. That's not good, is it?
You are always prepared. You are always prepared.
Yeah,
Trust me. Yeah,
yeah.
always prepared.
I'm
Yeah, I
prepared.
mean the thing is, at least the way I look at it is that, you know, we all got a call, or we all got something to do,
Yeah,
and you know, what I found, and is very encouraging, is that it looks that every corner of our community, somebody's doing something.
yeah, yeah.
So, which is good, is good.
Oh,
Now, for me, I just feel that the next step is for us to join forces, because
collaboration.
exactly, because what you do, I don't do, and
Yeah.
hopefully, what I do, you don't do. So, therefore, we can combine them two and move from there. But yeah, so how has your journey been?
My journey. Oh, how has my journey been? It has been slow but sure.
Okay,
A slow but
slow but
sure
sure.
journey. Um, Little peaks and troughs along the way.
Of course.
However, optimism is a great thing to have, and
Okay,
and certainty as well, isn't it? Being certain that what we do is not in vain, right?
definitely, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
how I kind of look at things, really, just yeah. And what about yourself? How's your journey been?
Well, my journey been and continue to be very interesting, because obviously after university, going through the corporate world,
Mm,
work in a particular industry, I started questioning why certain thing happens. You know, why we are disrespected, we are not valued as we should,
mm,
why this happening. So I start questioning it very deeply, and then the more I question, I couldn't find answers. I start digging in, researching, and so on and so forth, to find the reason. And then it looks that we we found a common ground everywhere, in Africa, in Caribbean, in Europe, in America, common ground where we are not respected as we should, due to the fact that for whatever reason we are at the bottom of the pyramid. And why
mm,
we are at the bottom of the pyramid became the next question. And then of course is because, of course, if you export everything from your house to somebody else's house, of course your house is going to become poorer and poorer
mm,
and poorer. So this is what happens. I mean, the bright minds of Caribbean disappear to America, disappear to Europe. The bright minds of Africa do the same thing. So, and then when we come here, obviously they wanted to make sure that their people are on top, so we become just a tool. So with that, we related, and it is quite true that is the economic which put us, because without the economic power, you cannot have a voice. You can talk, you can scream as we do. We're not a quiet people at all. We
mm.
complain, we scream, we challenge. But then it comes back to the same situation, which is, well, I'm powerful enough, so why should I listen to this? And we see this, like, for example, we talk about the artifacts and so, and the guys are exhibiting something that they said they stole publicly
Mm,
for everybody to see. So in my book is that they say, okay, if you are a man or a woman, come and take it. I stole it from you, and I'm exhibiting it has been stolen. Come and take it. So, it's a question of power. Yeah.
but
So, because of that, right, we um, went along to after participating in many charities and whatever, we decided about 5 years ago to create this organization called Umoja Generation Wealth. And this organization is, we believe, is unique, very simply because what we do with it, inside it, is very much going back to the origin, going back to where our ancestors were. So we apply Ubuntu principles, we apply communalism, all of those things which the Western society does not have. This is what we do in the organization. And right now, we are in more than 20 countries. Some people say even more than 50. We've got many members of different walk of lives and different age gap. And we also, for 4.5 years, carried a program called Ubuntu Economics that we were running every Tuesday in the UK for 5 years. And then we've got another one for Portuguese speakers every Thursday. Then, of course, we've got master classes, we've got mastermind, we've got, bit investments, of course, in various countries as well. And last year, we launched the one thing which we believe is unique, which is everybody talks about the transatlantic slavery triangle.
Yeah.
And we thought about that and we said, hold on, it's time now but for us to go out there and start sending the message that we need to go back. Not physically, of course, because, okay, if you want to go physically, okay, be it. But initially, we wanted to make that journey of a spiritual journey first. Adjust the mindset, because we've got an origin. I mean, you can't mistreat us in Europe thinking that, no, we've got a place to go. So we launched last year was first edition, was in Jamaica. It was beautiful, I can tell you. We drag everybody to Jamaica, and then we done our summit there. So the message is very clear. We leave Europe, we go to America where you left our ancestors, we collect them, or and then we take them to Africa and we leave them there. So last year we went to Jamaica and we collect all of our ancestors. They are with us. And this year we're going to leave them in São Tomé, which is Africa. Next year we're going to Brazil to collect them again, bring them to Ghana. The following year we're going to Haiti, pick them up, bring them to Congo. And the next sorry?
Like spiritually, so you're almost doing like a what would they call it? Ritual.
Yes.
And
absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. So we've got it planned now until 2035. Every year we go to one area of America, we collect our ancestors, we bring them to Africa. Next year we go and we keep doing this. There are few things which are very unique. For example, you have to have a traditional attire to attend. We don't want European attire, very simply because we want to feel that, you know what, this is our space. We don't want them, most of the thing. And of course, language is something that we are still struggling, because we don't have one language that we can comfortably be there, but we are working on it. But for example, and many other things, I mean, it goes for the food, for the joy, and so. And last year, believe you me, you can ask the thing, and Rastafari were there for the full week, and it coincided with Bob Marley Day, because Bob Marley was born on 6th of February, and we were there from the 5th to 12th. So it was so beautiful, and the hotel we were was opposite Bob Marley house. Right?
Wow.
So in Hope Road, it was so nice. So this year, we are taking the ancestors that we have picked from Jamaica. We are taking them to São Tomé this year in August. So so it's been very okay. You can say there is a tip on troughs, no question about that. There is rainy days, there is sunny days, of course. There is mountain and valleys, no question. but it's been very enjoyable. Very, very
Awesome.
enjoyable.
So what about your Umoja economics then? Because I know on the show, the radio show,
Yeah,
that we have been highlighting generational wealth
yeah,
in
yeah.
the Black community, and why is it so hard to build? It's not impossible, but it's a lot more difficult for us as Black people to build that generational wealth.
Yeah.
So what is your stance on that?
No, the show is going to continue. We're just adjusting the model. And one
Mm,
of the adjustment that we want is, for example, streaming. We would love to stream it. So far, honestly, says I can tell you, we've been for more than a year now speaking with the various radios
mm,
to see, oh, the program is taken already. This time is whatever, whatever. Up to now, we have not been able to have, because we believe that the next step is to really stream it to, you are in the Caribbean. The 7 o'clock here is mid of afternoon there. Let's be honest about it. Many
right.
people, when they find the T gap, they log in, and as soon as that time finish, they have to log off and then
Mm.
go. So
What what time?
honestly, it's not good. Sorry.
What time are you looking for?
The time that we've been doing it for 5 years, as I said, is between 7 and 9 in the evening.
Okay.
Yeah, so as you know, 6 hours, if you take 6 hours, 5, 6 hours for Jamaica, for example, and Barbados, is right in the middle of the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah.
So, in America as well, obviously. So
Mm.
so we are just adjusting. We are not get rid of it at all, because we were doing a small little sample, and in 5 years we've got round about 2 to 2,500 people who went through our platform
Mm.
to so it's quite significant. And of course, people come to us and they tell us how this impacted them, and so we don't want to get rid of it. What we want is to make sure it reach more people
Mm.
than
Mm.
the thing. So this is the only we're doing. No, the program is there, and is there to stay. It's there, very there to stay. And
Yeah.
maybe a conversation with you today may help, because what we are even prepared to do is that if Tuesday is too competitive, um, either we run it on Tuesday and then do a playback on any
Yeah.
other day, or yeah, because this is an option that we've got also to
Mm.
do, but we needed to do it, and of course we need to get an agreement with somebody who is in the space to allow
Yeah.
us this opportunity. But
I
yes,
mean, my show is on a Tuesday, but my
yeah,
show's from 6 until 8 o'clock. So obviously there's a clash right there.
yes,
Uh, However, um, I have a YouTube network.
okay,
You have that new network that you have. I can never remember the video network, as well as podcasting. So I'm on Apple
yeah,
Podcasts, I'm on
yeah,
Spotify, all
yeah,
those platforms as well.
yeah,
Because although it's wonderful that you have these platforms here, we do have to utilize what the Europeans have given us as well, because
unfortunately, yeah,
reach, okay, and
yeah,
because they are verified to a degree, people will
yeah,
take them a little bit seriously. But nothing's to say that this can't go anywhere. It's
yeah,
just it's other people aware
yeah,
that this platform exists, you know. So I'd like to know more on your Umoja economics, and
yeah,
what does it actually provide, and why I know the radio station that I'm on at Ara used to be on that station as well.
okay,
Quite wide because it's a worldwide streaming
yeah,
network, you see.
yeah,
So I often wonder why she didn't continue, but but I feel, you know, your Umoja generation, Umoja economics. How can that? What is it all about? Do you want to tell me a little bit about
well,
what it's?
yes. First of all, one thing we notice is that one of the challenges that we have to build wealth in our community is lack of knowledge, and I'm speaking about correct knowledge.
Absolutely, yeah.
We've got a lot of knowledge, no question about that. This is not me to go and say that we don't have it. But unfortunately, for the most part, we've got the wrong message, the wrong information, the wrong knowledge. So the first thing, priority number one for Umoja, from Ubuntu Economics, the first priority is let's set the record correct. So when somebody come to us, we assess them to make sure that they know what they're supposed to know. Because we don't believe, at least, that thinking that I know is the same thing as I know. Right? So you come, one person comes, we take them into an induction to assess them to make sure that we are on the same. So the first priority for us is financial literacy. First one.
Yes.
After that financial literacy, we take what we call the myth. So there are lots of myths and misconception, wrong thing. I'll give you one simple example, which is killing loads of us. People go and say, well, as long as you do will and testament, your assets are protected. Well, unfortunately, it is not. It's protected for the lawyer, but not for you. It is not protected against 40% inheritance tax. It's not protected against malicious claim. It's not protected against siblings fighting and killing one another. It's not protected for anything. What it tells you is that when that person passes, 10% goes to this, 20% goes to that, whatever. But even though it can be disputed, it does not mean that the people who challenge it are going to win, but it means that you have to go to court to prove the authenticity of the will. So this thing is in our community is ravaged, where everybody believe, oh no, I've done a will already. But guess what? When I go, the king comes and collects 40%. And I ask myself, hold on, I've paid my due, my tax already. What I am leaving, there's no tax due in it. I paid already. So why should I leave it exposed for 40% again?
Yeah.
Just for you to know, last year, no, the year before, average middle class black person who died, average, paid in inheritance tax about £206,000.
Wow.
Now, I ask, my innocent question is that, hold on, wouldn't you do good thing with that £200,000? No? So why do we give it away?
And you're talking about, it is that financial literacy. And if we have the opportunity to have assets, because this is what we're talking about now, having that point of getting to the point that we do have assets and we do have things that we can leave behind. How do we get to that point? How do we build financially to get to that point? Yeah.
So, as I mentioned to you, financial literacy first, get rid of misconception, and we've got a very strong arm of investment and wealth creation. This is where I built my life. If you see me walking on the street today, whatever, as happy as I am, this is where I built my life. So the wealth creation is absolutely crucial. So therefore, you can leave something behind. But you need to know, and we're not just teaching people how to make money. We also help them making money. So therefore, they can leave it. Yes. So for example, just for you to have, just just for you to have an idea, right now we've got I would say millions in investment around. Okay, and those investments are not my investment; they are investments of members, of people who are part of our organization, and making sure that they build something, and not just building it, but protecting it too.
Absolutely.
So as I mentioned to you, so the first one is illiteracy, second one is misconception, third one is investment, fourth one is protection, real protection of your wealth. And then if you want to leave a legacy, okay, that's fine. It's your choice, it's your asset, it is protected. There's no other thing. So those are the, if you like, the steps that we take. another thing that we do also, just for you to know, anybody who becomes a member of this organization, by time you complete 12 months, you have to have 5 things which make you money while you're sleeping. 5, and it's non-negotiable. 5. So you start, yeah. So you start in February. By February next year, you have to have an inventory with 5 things which make you money. You're on a holiday, you're taking care of grandkids, you are whatever, you are sleeping. Those things are making you money. And this is something that we are very firm on it. And I have to say that it helped a lot of people. People can.
It does, and it's so interesting because I can say I've got 4, which is I was just in my head like, oh, right, yeah. But yeah, just that alone, isn't it? When you wake up, there's something there waiting, and it's you've been earning money whilst you are sleeping, and so it's Ubuntu economics, right? Or is it
Ubuntu,
Umoja?
No, Umoja is the organization, which means unity. Ubuntu is the philosophy. Ubuntu economics is instead of capitalism economics, this is Ubuntu economics, which is what our ancestors created, and we follow.
I am because we are because I am.
There you go. There you go. So in our organization, nobody can come and tell anybody that you are wealthy until everybody in the organization is wealthy.
That's very good.
If there is one person only who is not wealthy, you are not allowed to say that you are wealthy.
So how do you go about then joining the Ubuntu economics program?
Yeah. Okay. So we've got. Well, I haven't spoken with you about the structure. So okay, let's start from structure first. We have a board of directors. The organization is registered in the UK. We've got many subsidiaries registered around the world as well, but this is the headquarters. This is still the headquarters in the UK. Now, we've got a board of directors and a chairperson. Then below that, you've got 3 committees. You've got the management committee, which takes the strategic direction of the organization, how we go and this kind of thing. And then you've got the evaluation committee, which is the management committee, got 5 members, 1 chairperson and 1 secretary. And then the evaluation committee got 7 members, 1 chair and 1 secretary. Evaluation committee job is to make sure that every investment that we have to go into, every partnership that we have to engage in, they the one who do a thorough due diligence. Then once it is, then you have your project is approved, and then we put money and all the rest of it. Then we've got the 3rd committee, which is called monitoring committee. These are the auditors. They make sure that everybody is doing what they're supposed to do. They do it correctly, they do it legally, and there's no shenanigan. Every month they have to produce a report to the management committee. Now, so this is the structure. Inside that, then you've got many task forces and whatever, and then you've got the membership department. We call it inner circle. When you come in, you are a member. You're not part of inner circle yet. You have to complete at least 3 months with us to become part of our inner circle. So you fill in the form, we vet you to make sure that you are who you are, and we don't want much of the thing, and then you are approved. So the membership, you've got bronze membership, silver membership, gold membership, and platinum membership, 4 different layers. Now, whichever layer you want to come in, this is entirely up to you, because the membership value, the membership fee is the same, £10 for everybody. It doesn't matter if you are platinum, it doesn't matter if you are bronze. Now, what is different and is unique for what we can see is the fact that your membership level is not determined by how much money you give the organization, but how much you commit yourself to save and build wealth. This is the kicker. So For example, if you say, well, you know what, every month I just wanted to put 100 pounds to build wealth. Okay, you are a bronze member. If you say, well, every month I want to put 250 pounds, you are a silver member. If you say, I'm going to put 500 pounds, you are a gold member. If you say, I'm going to put 1,000 or more, it is a platinum member. So as I said, that money is not our money. We call it kitty. It's not our money. It's your money. So it's not because we want more money from you. It's because we want to help you, depending on your capacity and decision, to maximize the money that you are putting aside. Okay, so we call it kitty, and this is what differentiates a platinum member to so for us it's the same work. We don't take more money or less money from anybody because you are thing. If you live in the Caribbean, is $1. If you live in Africa, is yes, $1. So you live in Europe or wherever, it's £10. But if you live in Caribbean or in Africa, it is $1. Why? It's just because we don't make money on your membership. We make money on the maximization of the investment that we have, and we've got quite a good portfolio, I would say. And that's it. So, you know, and then of course, so we keep monitoring you. We make sure that we coach you, we mentor you, we train you, because at the end of the day, everybody in organization, we've got a plan. After 1 year, you have to have 5 things which make you money. Between 5 to 10 years, you have to become a millionaire. And it's non-negotiable.
So, someone might ask and say, well, is it some form of multi-level marketing?
Not at all.
No. Okay,
no.
good. Because
no. Let me answer this piece small bit first. Let me answer this small bit. No multi-level marketing. We don't want you to buy anything. We don't want to sell you anything. For example, we've got a range of investments that we've got access to, and we come to you and you say, sister, this is this investment here. This is what it is. Are you interested? No, I'm not interested. I don't want to do it. So we have nothing to do with the multi-level at all. For example, and also we only invest in real economy.
Okay.
What does that mean? For example, right now, just to give you 2 or 3 examples, is that we've got an investment in 25 villages of Congo producing rabbits. We are just about to start a chicken farm in São Tomé, for example.
Okay. So it's okay.
Okay. Then we've got, for example, manufacturing of bikes for disabled people. Right? It's another investment of ours. Yeah. We've got another investment in coffee. And for example, so we invest in real economy.
Yeah.
Whether you invest or not is entirely up to you. But as a condition for you to continue to be a member, you have to make sure in 5 years' time you are a millionaire. So if you do it in Asia or whatever it is entirely up to you. We don't we don't play that thing. Actually, to tell you the truth, I just feel that people doing multi-level they are criminals, but this is my opinion.
Oh, can I ask you, are you safeguarded by the financial, the FSC? Like
I'm one of the people who have been if you like, licensed by the FSC since the 1st of April 2006. Because until then, if you remember, there was not such a thing. So yes, I've been regulated ever since, but because I do some other stuff as well. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I do Umoja, but I've got my own individual business. I've got my own individual thing which I do in what they call regulated business. But Umoja does not deal with any regulated business. But in any case, I am regulated anyway.
Okay, yeah, because again, that's something that people are going to ask, isn't it? Like, is their money safe? Because I know that I've done things in the past. When Bitcoin first came out, for instance, I bought into that with a company called My7, and it was a Ponzi scheme. So it wasn't not just my money that got stolen, but a number of people that I introduced to that platform. So I'm very wary. So now a lot of the time I just do my own financial things. They seem to be working for me. And it's tried and tested for me personally, so I know that certain things work. But because if you're introducing people to a platform, it's got to be 100% certain that they know that they are going to get a return on their investment at the end of it, like within five years or something like that, right?
No, wait. Remember that this is where I need to give some clarification. Some platform tell you, you know what, bring the money, we're going to make money for you to become a millionaire. It's not us. We provide you all the tools, and we've got access to very profitable business. And you decide. No, we give you one thing we are very proud about is that we know what it is. We've got the information. We are fully educated and knowledgeable in that. We share it with you. And we are always available for you to come back to us and say, you know what, I don't understand this or whatever. Fine. But we are not taking your money to take it to stock market. We're not an investment house.
Okay.
No, Umoja is not an investment house at all. If anything that you want to call it, you can call it a club of, a club, a membership club. This is the closest you can call it, but nothing to do with this. Yes, of course, I'm interested in you becoming a millionaire in 5 years, and it's a condition for you to become a millionaire, but that comes with our training, coaching, and give you the access to the investment. For example, we've got one now which came out from Brazil, which we are doing due diligence on now. It is there. You know more, sister? This is there. It's in Brazil. This is the paper that we've got here. We make no money out of it. There's no financial gain for us. It is here for you. You look into it. Are you happy? Yes. You're not happy? Leave it alone, because we are not making money out of it.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Do the people have individual trading accounts? How does it work then?
Yes. So no trading account. Again, we just need to be clear, because when you talk about trading account, people think no. You've got a kind of your wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got a kind of your wallet, and that wallet, when you log in, it tells you, I've been a member since whatever. These are my wealth magnets, those 5 things that I told you, right? They are doing their own stuff, but they are not ours. They are your stuff. So we just create a platform. We just create a house for you to be able to manage your affairs. This is what we do.
Okay.
But we don't go there to be selling you investment, selling you crypto, selling you. No, this is not. Not what
another platform that we was on, the Hyperverse. Again, a lot of people got burnt with the Hyperverse, and we have a lot of money tied up in that, and still unable to access our money. I know people put a lot of money in it. Just getting out our initial investment would be a good thing, but I don't know how we'd go about doing that.
Yeah, just to tell you, I'm dealing with a case right now, because I am also, whatever you want to call it. I've got a case right now, which is well over £1 million of scamming money. It wasn't crypto, but it ended up being the same thing. People telling, there is a doctor. I mean, this doctor just made me mad, and I'll tell you the reason why. You are a doctor. Somebody comes and tell you, you know what? You put 10,000 pounds. Give me 10,000 pounds, and then in 12 weeks, you're gonna collect 36,000. My question from somebody with a finance background is that where does that money come from? Let's be realistic. Where will you put the money? 10,000 pounds, and then if it's not a fluke, and then in 12 weeks you're gonna have 36. The guy wrote one check, 60,000. A month later, wrote another 1,000, 60. He's got 120,000 tied on. And I turned to him and say, bro, what's going on? You're supposed to know better. I mean,
Mm.
yes, you are a doctor, you're not a finance person, but when it's too good to be true, more often than not it is.
Yeah.
So therefore, you know, just be cautious. I mean, and it is in our interest to make sure that the £5 that you invest, it turns
Mm.
into 10, into 15, into 20, but not overnight.
So
It's
is
a,
your membership monthly or yearly? How does the membership work?
you can do yearly if you wanted to, but normally it's monthly, £10 every month. And
Mm.
again, there are a range of programs that we've got, obviously, that you've got access to if you are a
Mm.
member. Many of those programs, I will share with you a couple of our platforms. Many of those programs, if you're not a member, you will not be able to see it. But when you
Mm.
become a member, you log in, you can see there because they are just exclusive for members, and we
Okay.
don't want it to do. But one thing, for example, when we make a list of let's say places that you can make money, they are there just as an information. They are not there because we are advising you to go. What we are telling you is that we done the due diligence on it. It looks
Mm.
good, but you are the one who need to make a decision to do this
Mm.
thing, and we will not do anything. Um, we will not do anything to tell you to do or not do. We would provide you with information, and it's been working so far. I mean, sometimes people go and say, oh, can you help here and so. We tell them, listen, we've been here. I've been in this industry for 38 years, so I know one or two things in it. But at the end of the day, we don't want to take the burden of the thing. We want our community to prosper. But the first thing you need to know, you need to learn. You know, don't give your accounts to accountant. You could, but the best thing is for you to understand it. So then, if
Yeah. Yeah.
so then if
That's
the
the best.
accountant, yeah, and then if the accountant plays shenanigan, you can catch him. You don't need
Mm.
the HMRC, but you need to know. And this is our
Yeah.
philosophy.
Yeah. That's amazing. So, and what you can do for me then, Jose, is just give me your links.
Yeah,
Just send me over the link so that I can also post those links as well,
yeah,
where people can
yeah,
go, they can register, and a little bit more on the organisation, so
absolutely.
that because transparency is the best thing as well, isn't it? That people know what they
It's the
exactly
rule of
what
the game.
for. Yeah, because I can't stand when you sign up for something and then you buy signing up for a tin of beans and they're giving you grass. Do you know? It's just knowing. It's knowing, and that's what's really important. And are you based here in the UK?
I am based here, well, for 38 years.
Okay.
Not originally, of course, not originally from here. But
Mm.
since I came to university, I decided to stay, in a rainy weather, and I never went back. But
Mm.
no, I'm based here since 1987.
Okay. Okay.
So
And,
so it's
and
quite.
it is guaranteed. Everything that you do, is it guaranteed when it comes to financial literacy and when it comes to investment?
Well, I would say that so far we've got 100% strike rate because for me, it's not a matter of me working on the city that I understand it because we've got an agenda. And our
Mm.
agenda is empowerment of the community. It's not about what I know. It's about once we have the conversation, you
Mm.
going there and knowing about it and teaching your son, your daughter, your brother, your husband, your sister. This is what the Umoja game is about. Umoja was not formed for me to make more money. No, this is
Mm.
not the idea. The idea is to make sure that we create a platform for us as a community to grow together.
Yeah.
What you just touched now, which is very unfortunate, extremely dangerous in our community, is that many times you see a blind, guiding the deaf. So the people who don't know think that
Mm.
they know because they went and read one newspaper or read one book, and they are the same people who turn up in the community as the experts. of something, and they guide, blinding, guiding blind.
Yeah.
It's a very unfortunate, but this is what it is. So we make sure, and I have to tell you, I mean, you obviously, please speak with other people, not just Ara, but I can introduce you to other people in this thing. I am very firm on that. It's not about me. It's not about what I know. Thank God I've been, thank God I've been in, certain positions which allowed me to make what I made. But it's not just that, because when I walk on the street, they see another black man. They don't see my bank account. They don't see, they don't see, you know,
Yeah.
and I wanted to help us walking on the street and being treated with the dignity. I give you just one simple example, which is madness. I was walking on the street. I mean, I believe very decently dressed, and I see an old white woman, and she sees me coming, and she's grabbing her wallet, doing something like that,
Oh, that's
you know.
typical. Yeah. Yeah.
And I look
Sad.
at and I look at the woman top down, and I said, "Oh, if you knew,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you knew, you
Yeah.
wouldn't." But this is the perception.
That's yeah. Yeah. And you
This
got
is
to
the
leave.
perception.
You got to leave people to be the judge and jury in that sense. And one thing I think within our community that we need to build even more so than building wealth is trust, because that is something that is extremely that's lacking so much in the community, because probably we've been burnt by others or so on and so forth, that we find it very hard to build that trust. And
I'm with
yeah,
you. I'm with you. But I've got one point on that. And actually today I was talking to one of my business partner. He's American actually, but our sister, but she's from the United States. And we we are launching one of the massive platform for um, you know for wealth creation and thing in the world right now. And the people that we hired are our people. You can imagine the headache. And she shouted. I mean, she was so frustrated today. She's nothing to her. Listen, if we don't hold our horses, we who are in a certain position, to grab those brothers by the hand and make the journey with them,
mm,
the journey will never happen because they
yeah,
are down, right down there already. If you
mm,
dump them, they will never leave there. So you know what? I am in a position personally of being patient. I
mm,
don't have the rush, yeah, because I don't need to do this because I needed no, 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 no. I've got enough time. I've got enough. So my position right now is I am patient. And even the
mm,
trust that we are talking about here, what I found is that we are very forgiving for the other community and less forgiving to our own community. You know
I
what?
think that's by design, though. That is actually by design, and unfortunately, it has become an ingrained thing
Yeah,
within our community, and we need
absolutely.
to recognize and learn. Just like, look, we're using this Meetup One platform yet again. It's a platform that is designed for us and by us,
Yeah.
and it's the trust. Like I said, remember I said, people. Uh, Other platforms, they're verified. So it's for us to become verified and trustworthy. So people will come over and will invest with us and will do certain things that's only going to elevate them. But it's just building that foundation.
I agree with you. For example, Ara will tell you,
Mm,
we were using uh, Zoom for many years. Actually, from the start of the organization, the only
mm,
other platform we used was Zoom. But I always had in back of my mind that you know what we will do in Umoja. This is our policy anyway. We will never ever ever take any other community product or service if we can find one in our community. Never.
and yeah,
So when we were using the thing, there was no something like this, like Meetup. But when we found Meetup, Ara will tell you. We dropped Zoom just like this. There are many features that we had in Zoom which are not here yet. But you know what? I told all members of the team, everybody, you know what? We can wait. We will help the brother. I mean, if you can speak with Ara will tell you. I sent them a list of snags of the thing, which I'm not. It happened to me running a massive meeting. I think there was about 300 people. And the platform were nowhere to be seen. But you know, I told them point blank, this is being developed by a brother. I have no stake in the game at all. I don't have a share in there. You know, I'm not making money out of it, but I can tell you something is designed by a brother. And as long as I can, I will always support him.
Absolutely. And I'm the same. I always on our show, it's FUBU, for us and by us. And I'm always trying to push that. And I push a lot of Black issues that need to be raised as well on the platform, because they've got enough of their own media already. So why are we going to be elevating more other than ourselves? And that is something that's really important to do. So Jose, please send me over all of the links, a little bit more information on Umoja and Ubuntu Economics and some other things to do. And then I can share that with my networks. That'd be fantastic. Okay. And can I also have a recording of
this meeting? I'm more than happy to. Sorry?
Do you have my email? Or should
I don't think I do. I don't think I do. No. If you would be kind enough to share it on WhatsApp, that would be fabulous. I will send you the link of the things. I will send you all the information. Next time we speak, I can introduce you to few sisters, which are unbelievably good sisters. I mean, those sisters, they carry me, and I feel just I'm here just to look good, and they do the work. No, I'm just joking. Sorry.
What I'll do as well is that this, if you can get the recording to me, I will host it on the radio next week. So it might be a 2-part, 2-week series. But once I've sorted the video out, I will also put that up on my channels as well. Yeah. Is that okay?
Absolutely. That's absolutely okay. And you know what? Let's work. I mean, and also, by another thing, I didn't say, but I'm going to tell you very quickly. We launched a platform called Ubuntu Verse, which is a universe of Ubuntu. That platform got a part there, where literally we share the contents of our partners, of our brothers and sisters around the world with others. Yes, we do that. And there is a barter system in that platform. It's beautiful. Anyway, I will share it with you as well for you to have a look very quickly. And because we believe it's one of the very few in town which got certain things, including barter, for example, and it's got Susu at the back end. I'm sure you know what Susu is. So we want to what do you call it, recover and revive all of this knowledge, all of this technology that our ancestors worked so hard to have.
It's so sad. Spoke earlier about the ancestors, and that you're going to go in the traditional dress and that, because we'll be going off to Africa soon. And
how soon is soon?
This month we'll be off.
However,
when you go, no one wears a traditional dress anymore. Everyone is westernized. And I remember when I first went out to Gambia. It's in Gambia. I first went out there in 2009. And everyone used to wear the traditional clothing and so forth. And I've just seen the decline go down and down and down. And that's one thing, sadly, that's almost lost, that the Western mentality that has infiltrated.
Well, somebody will tell you, in Jamaica, it happened actually in gala dinner. We said, gala dinner, you better come as it should be. We don't want smoking here. We don't want black tie. None of these things. Our brother turned up in a smoking. We turn him away. Funny enough, but for whatever reason, About an hour later, he turned up, properly dressed.
Good.
We welcome him. You know, absolutely. So the point that we want to make is that we don't need anybody else, and we are not negotiating. We are not asking for. Look, our organization don't ask for loan. We don't ask for grant. We don't ask for anything. We are self-funded organization. So, do I have to dress smoking to look good? No, I don't. I don't. So, you know, let's dress as our ancestors dressed. And yeah, no. Trust me. I'm gonna send you the website, and then later on I can share some video with you about Jamaica.
Yeah.
You can see it for yourself.
Yeah, and I mean, I am all up for supporting, and the membership. I'll have a look at it, and I will share that far and wide.
Absolutely.
I will sign up myself.
Well, I'm here, but you know, and you said your radio show is 6 to 8, yeah, Tuesdays.
Yeah, Tuesday. Yeah.
What is the address? What is the frequency?
Radio. I'll send you the. I'll also send you the information.
Oh, okay, if you can, yeah.
Yeah.
My sister.
All right. Thank you so much.
No, let the ancestors take good care of you. This is all I can say.
Likewise, right back to you. Take care.
Cheers. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Bye.